I can fly twice as high.
Take a look.
It's another reading rainbow.
It's episode 1 of season 2. We are back, obviously. The great thing here today we're talking about our favorite PBS show from when we were kids, very close to our hearts. It is
Reading Rainbow,
starring the host LeVar Burton, who's also been on shows like Star Trek Next Generation as Geordi LaForge.
Kunta Kinte on Roots.
And he's also had guest appearances on Big Bang Theory and quite a few other shows here and there, over the years.
He's been busy.
So, as the host of Reading Rainbow, it was a love of his, a big love of his. The show ran from June 6, 1983 until its discontinuation in November 10th of 2006. It did continue in reruns on PBS until May 29th of 2009, when it was pulled from the PBS schedule. The show did win quite a lot of awards, about 200 or so of them, including a Peabody Award and 26 Emmy Awards, 11 of which were for Outstanding Children's Series. Like I said, the show was canceled in November of 2006 because of
the No Child Gets Left Behind Act signed by President Bush. The act is to teach kids how to read, but not to enjoy reading.
Reading is more than just putting a bunch of words together and forming a story. It's
creativity.
Exactly.
Imagination.
A friend and I, as we was listening to an audiobook on our way to work, we was discussing the differences that, some people complain about in books and, when they're turning into TV shows or movies. An example would be looking out the window at a pristine view. In a movie or television show, it takes all but maybe 2 or 3 seconds.
It's there.
Yeah, you pan the camera, boom, there it is. Whereas in a book, they can literally spend a page describing the detail of, how the sunset or sunrise looks, the color of the sky, the formation of the clouds, how they drift along, the color of the grass and the rolling hills.
And that's the great thing about reading, because you have to put that into your brain. It's not there for you by your director or an actor or anything like that. You are in it, you have to be able to see it, and you see that by the creativeness of reading.
Exactly. And that's what Reading Rainbow was all about. The colorfulness.
The colorfulness, the field trips that LeVar Burton would take us on, the short illustrations of, like, How My Snake Ate the Wash. Gotta love that book.
He has so many great books on that show, a lot of great guests. Yeah. It was, the staple diet of every child after school to come sit home. There was on PBS, it was Sesame Street, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, and Reading Rainbow. Yeah. Who doesn't remember?
LeVar Burton was a lot like Mr. Rogers and Sesame Street, because he was our in-home televised teacher.
Exactly. Now, here it is, 2014. Mm-hmm. We are in a new generation, a generation of connectivity.
Yes.
No longer are we limited to just what's being broadcast on TV. We're no longer limited to a static broadcast. May of 2014, LeVar Burton introduced a Kickstarter campaign to basically revitalize Reading Rainbow into the new world.
Apps.
Exactly. He raised $1 million in 24 hours from a 35-day program that helps bring in the funding for the app for iOS and Android.
Yes.
Now, right now, the Kickstarter campaign is at $3.5 something million with 27 days to go.
It's furthering itself to $5 million to bring a greater, span to the app. Basically, if we can give him that, we can give him a little bit more to expand our minds, our children's minds, and the world itself.
Right now, as of this recording, it stands officially at 77,272 backers with $3,494,356.
Thank you.
27 days to go. I mean, it's wonderful to see this program still going, and the fact that they still have 27 days to make $5 million. If I don't see why they wouldn't make it. I mean, we really want you all viewing to, even if it's just $1, it's something. And hey, if you happen to be able to donate $10,000, what is it you get?
For $10,000, you will receive an evening, a dinner with LeVar Burton, and not just a dinner. It's really, really special. You will get to wear his one and only visor.
From Next Generation.
One and only visor of his during the dinner. I mean, how cool is that? I mean, whether you're a Star Trek fan or not, to be in his presence, a great actor like him, wear his visor and have a dinner, that's cool. That's awesome.
So there's a lot going on with this. You just gotta, you gotta love the fact that they're doing this. The app, what's really special about it is with this funding, not only is it going to be a paid app for people like us, but it's also going to be situated so this way the school programs can get it for free, so they can use it on in-school.
This will be in school.
On iPads or Android devices in the school, so this way they have access to thousands of books without having to worry about spending thousands of dollars, and if not millions of dollars for an in-school library that they have to take time out of education to allow these children to wander through the library and find a book. The child doesn't even have to leave their desk. It's right there. They can leave their desk through their imagination, in the sense that they got all these books to enjoy, and because of this program they'll be able to do it at home too.
And it's perfect with technology the way it is, and us going to a very device technical kind of future.
Yeah.
This is perfect. I mean, you get all this in school, you can get it at home. And seriously, the home app itself is $9.99. I know you're like, oh my God, but it's broke down where if you get the 6-month package, it's only $5 a month. Really? A lot of people spend $5 on a pack of cigarettes, and you can't use that $5 to further your child's education?
And think about it this way. This 7-inch Android tablet lets me carry around thousands of books. And what books that are not necessarily installed directly on the device can be stored in the cloud.
This would look kind of funky in your pocket.
It's easier to carry around thousands of books. Even if they're not installed to this, you have access to the cloud, the internet. Whereas try to carry around just, a handful of paperbacks.
Remember back at school?
Oh,
trying to carry around your workbook?
That was a pain. That was, so, and it's an amazing piece of technology. I mean, the idea that Reading Rainbow is living on as an app that helps children continue their education it's wonderful.
It was great back in the day when, television was, where computers were kind of unheard of, but they were there. But television was the main, demographic. And now that we're in the mobile world, it's great to see them move from there and be more accessible.
And with children being, the age group that this is really being aimed at is the 10 and under groups, really, if not younger than that. And not only is it the reading that is what's to help stimulate them, but it's the visual as well. Many young children's books are, filled with characters, illustrations, so on and so forth. This application, while reading the book, the illustrations don't necessarily have to be, static. You can have the butterfly literally flying. You can have the rainbow form. Everything in the book can now be animated to also help keep the children, their attention focused and driven into this book.
I had the specialty of getting to watch one of these demos, and I will say, very, very amazing stuff. The animation, the field trips, the interaction you get with LeVar Burton, very, very good for kids. Very good for adults as well. I mean, I know a lot of adults that, whether they want to admit it or not, still like sneaking on and watching, the classic Sesame Street.
Yeah.
And, when you get older, how can you not want to, get that little piece now and then of that love, like Reading Rainbow?
That nostalgia, yes.
You watch it and you're just like, you look at your kids, it's like, I was your age when I watched this. Now it's in the future and it's still here.
And what's great is shows like Reading Rainbow, your nostalgia is not tainted with rose-tinted glasses. It literally is as wonderful today as it was 20 years ago, 30 years ago. It's a wonderful show that really does deserve to live on. And with the Kickstarter campaign, it really is. I mean,
just look at this. LeVar Burton's been doing this for so long. He wouldn't have did it if he didn't love doing it for you guys, for the fans, for the children of Reading Rainbow. This man has dedicated his whole life to this. We can dedicate ourselves to it as well.
So, really, like we said, with everything in mind that we just said, the Kickstarter campaign, we'll link that on our website, Facebook page, and our Google Plus page.
It is just $1. $1.
$1
You are one of those backers that are bringing this to the app, that are bringing this to the school. Just $1 will make you part of something immaculate.
Something amazing.
Something amazing.
So, episode number 1 of season 2. So, guys, we got a lot of plans for this season. Starting off in episode number 2 next Friday, we're going to do an episode where we're going to talk about our favorite picks for the summer blockbusters that we think you all should watch.
And maybe some you should avoid.
Yeah, nobody likes a good stinker. So, also, keep an eye out for our merchandising line that we're going to be rolling out soon, where you can get t-shirts,
mouse pads,
coffee mugs,
and teddy bears for that special geek in your life.
So guys, don't forget
to watch, like, subscribe, share, and kumbaya a little bit.